Okay, so what we have here is a program that looks through this string one character at a time, and if it's a number, it prints on the screen this message here. So it checks to see if it's between 0 and 9. We're going to change it up a little bit now so that we can check for a variety of characters. So rather than printing that on the screen, let's comment that out. I can delete it later. And we're going to just remember that it's a legal character, that it's a number. So we're going to create a Boolean variable here called isNum and set it to true. That means I better declare it up the top here. So Boolean isNum. There we go. So if it is a number between 0 and 9, we'll say it's true. If it isn't, we'll be using an else statement here. So otherwise is num gets false. Okay. I'll close that curly brace. So if it's between 0 and 9, is num is true. Otherwise it's false. Let's now get rid of this here, just so it's a little bit easier to look at. It looks a little bit simpler now. We want to use the same layout here to check if it's a bracket or to check if it's a plus or a space. So I'm just going to copy that, I'm a little bit lazy, and paste it in here. So we've checked to see if it's a number. Now let's check to see if it's a bracket. So if it's a left bracket, this should be an OR now. If it's a left bracket or a right bracket. And we're not checking to see if it's between those two, we're checking to see if it's exactly equal to. So if it's exactly equal to the left bracket or the right bracket, just delete that off the end there too. Tidy up. So if it's equal to left or right bracket, then we want to say is bracket is true, and otherwise is bracket is false. So that means I better declare that as a Boolean variable up there. Okay, so now it's going to check if it's a number, is number becomes true or false. Checks to see if it's a bracket, is bracket becomes true or false. Okay. Now let's check to see if it's a plus or a space. So is it equal to the plus sign, or is it equal to space? Let me just put a space in there. Okay. So now we're checking to see if it is plus or space, is plus or space, and I better declare that up there. Okay. Now this does this for every single character, so one character at a time it tests. If it's not a number, that'll be false. If it's not a bracket, that'll be false. And if it's not a plus or a space, that'll be false. So if all those three are false, then we have an illegal character, don't we? So after checking all of those three, if isNum is false, oops, and is bracket is false, oops, okay, and is plus or space is false, then we need to do something. And if all of those things are false, then we have an illegal character. So I'm going to create another Boolean variable here called illegal character, and I'm going to set it to true. So if all those things happen, then we want to set that to true. Now what I'll do is right at the start of the program here, I'm going to set that variable, so illegal character, to false. So it's going to start off false, and the only way it can become true is if all of these three checks fail and it's set true here. Right. So it's going to stay false, but if it happens once, anywhere along here, so if it checks any one of these and it doesn't match a number or a bracket or a plus or space, then that is going to be made true, and we know we've got a problem with our phone number. Okay. So when it's finished doing that for each character in that string, we want to put the results up on the screen. So we'll set our text size to big, and we'll check to see if illegal character was set to true at any point. So if illegal character is true, then we want to write onto the screen, this may not be a phone number. We'll write that just in a wee bit from the edge and a wee bit from the bottom. Okay. If illegal character isn't true, then it is a phone number, or probably is a phone number. So we want to write that message as well. All right, so we'll copy that. We'll paste it in there. This appears to be a phone number. Now, if I've done everything right, that should work. Let's see. And when I press run, I get an error here. Oh, I haven't used an assignment operator, I've used a checking. So instead of saying illegal character gets true, or takes the value of true, I wrote is illegal character equal to or the same as true. Which is all right, let's try it again. Run it, see if we get a problem. All right, there's still an error there. Let's see what's wrong with that. It looks like one of my typical spelling mistakes. There we go, that should match. Try again. All right, this appears to be a phone number. All right, let's introduce an error on purpose. So let's put an illegal character in there, run it again and make sure it's picking that up. All right, that looks pretty good. Have a go, see how you get on.